Commissioner Dollison.
Here.
Commissioner Mercer.
Here.
Commissioner Dantzler.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Yates.
Here.
And Mayor Birdsong.
Here. We will have an invocation by Dr. Steve Negley of First Presbyterian Church of Winter Haven, and we'll be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Vanessa Castillo, MMC City Clerk. Please stand if able.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Let's bow before God in prayer. Wonderful God, as we gather here tonight, we remember the people of Southern California. We remember the people of Western North Carolina and East Tennessee. We remember not only the citizens, but their municipal governments as they deal with tragedies as they come to us. We thank you, God, for sustaining us through the storms of 2024 and for the work of our city employees and all involved in our government. God, as we move into 2025, we pray for your blessings upon this city. We pray for this commission that tonight will elect leadership. We pray for our city staff who are so diligent in providing for our safety and our care. And we pray for the citizens and residents here, the people who call this place home and make Winter Haven a better place. We ask you to bless us this year, bless this night, bless this commission and their work, we ask in Christ's precious name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Join me, Commissioners. Proclamation.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and Commissioners. We have a number of presentations that we're going to offer this evening. Our first is a proclamation for Ana Maria Ruiz Perea. And I believe that Ms. Perea is here. If you would like to come to the podium while I read your proclamation. Proclamation reads as follows. Whereas Ana Maria Ruiz Perea, a dedicated student leader and exemplary citizen, has demonstrated exceptional commitment to academic excellence, leadership, and community service. And whereas Ana Maria relocated from Colombia and has embraced her journey with a steadfast focus on personal growth, business acumen, and government affairs. And whereas Ana Maria achieved the distinguished honor of being selected as the governor of Florida Girls State through the American Auxiliary Program, showcasing her visionary leadership and dedication to civic engagement. And whereas her tireless efforts include significant contributions to organizations such as Future Business Leaders of America, DECA, formerly the Distributive Education Clubs of America, and various civic programs, as well as over 182 hours of community service to benefit the elderly, homeless, and underserved. And whereas Ana Maria's achievements, including her role as an Advanced International Certificate of Education, Cambridge Scholar, taking 1 year to receive her Cambridge diploma, student representative of the Business Academy Board, and internship experience with Al Ruiz Water LLC, exemplify her extraordinary work ethic and her innovative spirit. Now, therefore, Nathaniel J. Birdsong, Jr., Mayor of the City of Winter Haven, Florida, does hereby resolve that Ana Maria Ruiz Perea be recognized and celebrated for her outstanding accomplishments and commitment to making a meaningful impact in her community and beyond. In witness whereof, he is hereunto set his hand and caused the seal of the City of Winter Haven, Florida, to be affixed this 13th day of January, 2025. Signed, Nathaniel J. Birdsong, Jr., Mayor. Attest, Vanessa Castillo, City Clerk.
Two simple words encapsulate the depth of my gratitude. Thank you. These words are more than polite expressions. They represent the foundation of who I am. I wouldn't be here today without the incredible people who have stood by me through life's most demanding challenges. To my teachers, my parents, my friends, my loved ones, and the 300 remarkable girls who share our vision and passion for a change. Thank you. Each of you has held my hand, helping me build love and believe in a brighter world, while lifting others to shine alongside us. I am profoundly grateful to my Winter Haven family for hosting me and giving me the chance to give back to a community that has given me so much. This pin I wear today is not just a symbol of personal achievement. It represents my commitment to being the voice of others and honoring the hopes entrusted to me. Every dream you shared, every hope you have placed in me has a purpose, and it is my mission to bring them to life. Today, I rise for all of you, for everyone I love, and for those who needed us. With unwavering love and discipline, and I will continue to prove that anything is possible. Lastly, I'm deeply grateful to our beautiful City Hall for hosting us and to everyone who came today. Together, let's continue to show that hope and commitment can transform our community into the very best version of itself. Thank you. Let me just bring all that.
And Mayor and Commissioners, while they're gathering for their photo, I do think it's important to note, I believe that this is the first girls state governor that we have had from our area ever. You can fill in up on the steps too if you'd like, so we get everybody into the photo, please. Comments. Thank you.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this camera.
Right over here. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, guys. Wait, one more.
1, 2, 3.
I'll still announce it.
Everyone, 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right.
Go, Anna.
Mayor and Commissioners, our second presentation this evening is a proclamation recognizing Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We have members of our Unity Committee that are here in the front row, and I think, Ms. Parchman, are you going to receive the proclamation this evening with members of your committee? If you want to come forward. Our proclamation reads as such. Whereas Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. devoted his life to the pursuit of justice, equality, and nonviolent social change, becoming a guiding light for the civil rights movement and inspiring generations to fight against discrimination and inequality. And whereas Dr. King's vision of a, bear with me. And whereas Dr. King's vision of a society built upon the principles of love, unity, and respect for all people resonated deeply within the values of the city of Winter Haven, and his legacy continues to guide our collective actions towards building a better, more inclusive future. And whereas the city of Winter Haven proudly celebrates the life and achievements of Dr. King on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, recognizing his unyielding commitment to equality and the monumental impact of his work in fostering unity and understanding across our nation. And whereas the observance of this day provides an opportunity for residents of Winter Haven to reflect upon Dr. King's teachings, rededicate ourselves to his dream, and engage in meaningful acts of service to honor his enduring legacy. And whereas the city of Winter Haven remains steadfast in its commitment to upholding Dr. King's dream and by creating opportunities for meaningful dialogue and collaboration to ensure that every individual has the opportunity to thrive. And whereas during MLK Week, a wreath will be laid at MLK Park in memoriam of Dr. King's dream, serving as a powerful symbol of remembrance and inspiration for the entire community to honor his vision and his commitment to equality. Now, therefore, Nathaniel J. Birdsong, Jr., Mayor of the City of Winter Haven, Florida, does hereby recognize January 20th, 2025 as Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the City of Winter Haven, and urges all citizens to join in honoring Dr. King's legacy by participating in the activities and events hosted by the MLK Steering Committee that reflect his principles of love, unity, and equality, and to recommit ourselves to building a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, and uplifts all people. In witness whereof, he is hereunto set his hand and caused the seal of the City of Winter Haven, Florida, to be affixed this 13th day of January, 2025. Signed, Nathaniel J. Birdsong, Jr., Mayor. Attest, Vanessa Castillo, City Clerk.
Thank you, City Commissioners. Thank you, the City of Winter Haven. Anna Maria is a prime example of exactly what Martin Luther King was talking about, building a better future that's inclusive and brighter for our children. And this committee has worked diligently to make sure that those efforts are recognized each year, including this year. So I want to give you a rundown of the activities that we have planned for the week and open invitation for everyone to attend. Of course, tonight we're here for the proclamation, so we're very excited to be here. Thank you for having us. Tomorrow night, we have Story Time with Martin. And so that is Tuesday. Join us for Story Time with Martin at the Winter Haven Library from 3 to 4:30. This is a free special event that features inspiring readings by author Matthew Hale, followed by a creative crafts and celebrate unity and hope with the children who are in attendance. It's a family-friendly event designed to educate and inspire our youngest community members. On Wednesday, January the 15th, we have our day of service. We asked for individuals to have the opportunity to submit and participate in various service projects across the community, whether that's helping your neighbors, helping in the schools, helping in your community in one form or another is what we're looking for. This day exemplifies Dr. King's call to action. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? We encourage everyone to get involved and make a difference. On Thursdays, January the 16th, we have our wreath laying ceremony and movies with Martin. So the morning will start off with the wreath laying ceremony at 10 a.m. at Martin Luther King Park. This is an annual event that honors Dr. King's enduring vision of equality, justice, and peace. Following the ceremony, because we know you're going to be cold, we will have some delicious refreshments that has been donated from Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, and Panera. So please come out and join us for that ceremony. In the evening, join us for movies with Martin at 6 p.m. at the Ritz Theater. We will be screening the powerful film Till, which highlights themes of justice and resilience. Thank you to the Winter Haven. Thank you to Theater Winter Haven for graciously donating the use of the Ritz Theater and concessions for everyone to enjoy for free. So please come out and join us at 6 p.m. at the Ritz Theater. On Friday, January the 17th, this is our Unity Luncheon. Guys, get ready because this luncheon is about to be a beautiful event for the entire community. We're going to gather at Nora Mayo Hall at 11 a.m. We have a keynote speaker that will be Elder Jimmy Thompson, who will share a message of unity and inspiration. Here we will honor the 4 2025 local heroes that have been selected by the committee, and we are so excited for that. And tickets are still available. They're $20, so please come out and enjoy the festivities with us in honor of Dr. King's vision once again. On Saturday, January the 18th, we have the parade. And so the parade will begin promptly at 10 a.m. along Martin Luther King Boulevard. The parade will feature local schools, organizations, marching bands, and will celebrate Dr. King's dream of unity and inclusivity once again. Parade applications are closed at this time. However, we invite you to come out and enjoy the parade with your family. On Saturday, to wrap up the festivities, Saturday, January the 25th, we have the Martin Luther King Community Breakfast. This breakfast will begin at 9 a.m. at Nora Mayo Hall. This is a free event for the community, once again, that is being hosted by the concerned citizens of Winter Haven. This is a wonderful time to fellowship and reflect as we honor Dr. King's legacy. So we welcome you and encourage you to come out and participate in one, all, or many of these events, and also bring a friend along with you. Thank you so much.
Two, three. Ready, one more. 1, 2, 3.
Right over here. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you guys.
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to ask MJ Carnevale, our Deputy City Manager, to present our next proclamation.
All right, we have our Florida Arbor Day proclamation, and I believe members of our Urban Forestry Advisory Board and staff are going to receive this. So we have with us Shannon Carnevale, who is a member of our Urban Forestry Advisory Board, Savannah Wynn Stanley, who is a member of our city team, and Brittany Hart, who is our Public Works Director. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world during the local tree planting season. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate temperature extremes, remove pollutants, reduce stormwater runoff, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas the city of Winter Haven is committed to promoting ecologically sound urban forestry principles, as evidenced by being nationally recognized as a Tree City USA for more than 30 years, and whereas trees in Winter Haven increase property values and enhance the economic vitality of business areas while beautifying our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, provide a source of joy and spiritual renewal while standing as both literal and metaphorical pillars of our community. Now, therefore, Nathaniel J. Birdsong Jr., Mayor of the City of Winter Haven, Florida, does hereby proclaim January 17, 2025 as Florida Arbor Day in the City of Winter Haven and urge all citizens to support efforts to keep our urban forest healthy and sustainable. In witness whereof, he is hereunto set his hand and caused the seal of the City of Winter Haven, Florida, to be affixed this 13th day of January 2025. Nathaniel J. Birdsong Jr., Mayor, attests Vanessa Castillo.
Honorable Mayor and Commissioners, thank you for your continued support of the city's urban forest. This year marks 31 years of being recognized by the Arbor Day Foundation as a Tree City USA. In the 16th year that the city will receive the Arbor Day Foundation Growth Award, which is an award that is given for continuously going above and beyond to improve the urban forest practices. Your adoption of the Urban Forest Management Plan last year has led to the upcoming Canopy Enhancement Project, which you heard about from Director Hart at your workshop on Wednesday. This will lead to many more trees being planted in Winter Haven's public areas. But as you probably know, many of our trees need to be in private land as well. Excuse me. To that end, this year we will be holding our 10th annual tree giveaway for Florida Arbor Day. 200 3-gallon trees of various Florida-friendly species will be given away this Saturday, January 18th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in South Central Park. As in previous years, each participant will learn how to properly plant, care for, and select the best species for their yard. We hope to see you all there after the parade and hope that you find a tree for your favorite place. Thank you again for your unwavering support for Winter Haven's urban forest and for this proclamation today.
And Commissioners, I want to also introduce Zach Strang, who's the chair of our Urban Forestry Advisory Board. I missed him at the beginning. Thanks.
Right over here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Awesome, thank you.
Mayor and Commissioners, our next presentation, I'm going to ask, as our staff comes to receive these recognitions, we'll do a group photo with all of them. This is truly a team effort, what we do here in Winter Haven. And so want to try and capture a photo of all of them together with you that are involved in this. Each year, since last year, when this will go, and this will continue going forward, as you know, we have our 6 strategic pillars that make up our strategic plan for the city of Winter Haven. And each year we recognize an outstanding initiative or an effort that was taken on by the city, whether that's at the commission level or by staff, that exemplifies that strategic pillar and has a lasting impact towards the outcomes we hope to achieve. So normally we would do this in December, but with a short month in terms of commission meetings, we've moved this to January. So I'm going to invite these individuals forward by pillar area, and I'll explain to you what they're being recognized for or the project that's being recognized. So our first pillar is in the area of quality of life, and the project being recognized is our State Housing Initiative Partnership. And representing this effort is Diane Durr, who just recently retired from the city, and Cedric Cox, who you've heard from a number of times. As you know, these individuals were part of the team that helped distribute approximately $1.8 million of SHIP funds that are designed for affordable housing and housing assistance within our community. That effort, when they started, we had a tremendous amount of funds that were there that we needed to use, and through a marketing campaign, they have put that money to work and are making a huge impact on our community. Our second pillar is community safety. This recognition goes to a team of Tanya Ayers, our Safe Neighborhoods Director, led. They're coming from across the hall, and she has members of her damage assessment team. Following Hurricane Milton, one of the things that we have to do right away in order to meet our FEMA requirements for project assistance, program assistance, is to do a damage assessment of every structure in Winter Haven, and that is an awful big area of 42 square miles. This team completed the entire damage assessment in less than 3 days, far ahead of what would be expected, and they worked diligently. As soon as Safe Light came upon us, they were out doing damage assessment to ensure the safety of our community. So you have representatives from the police department, from planning and growth management, from safe neighborhoods, from public works, code compliance, who all worked on this, and we're grateful for them. Our next pillar is responsible government. And for this one, we recognize the team of CJ Scott, Alan Weeks, and Katrina Hill. If they can come forward. We're recognizing their effort to prepare one of what I think is one of our most impressive documents. And Brandon is with us as well. Brandon, I'm surprised you can still walk. Brandon just competed in the Dopey Challenge at Disney, so he's run more miles in the past 4 days than most of us cover in a couple years. Glad to see you're still standing. So the budget and brief document, as you know, this is a very important document that communicates to the public what our budget lays out as, that 500-plus page document zeroed down to 4 pages that are extremely beneficial communication tool. In the strategic pillar of environmental stewardship, I'd like to recognize Mark Bombard and one of our newer staff members, Cassidy King, I think is here as well. This is for the acquisition of the Bradco Farm property that was completed in late December of 2023. This is the first major linkage in our efforts to establish the Sapphire Necklace. So this 370-acre piece of property will be a legacy property for the citizens of Winter Haven. This will be a nature park when it's all said and done, and be an integral part of our water infrastructure. In the area of infrastructure, we'd like to recognize members of our Public Works Streets Division, Mike, Mo, and Josh, who I don't know who is here. I think we had some childcare issues this evening, but Brittany Hart, the Director of Public Works, is here. This is in response to the efforts made this year with our Transportation Improvement Program. We spent the money that was allocated for improving our pavement assets in the last year more than the city has ever invested in rejuvenating and reestablishing our roadway system. They rejuvenated 18 miles of roadway. 5 miles were microsurfaced, and approximately 15 miles of roadway were paved this year. And that didn't include any of the roadway projects that we were doing independent of that. So that is the largest investment that the city has made in improving our roadway. And I will just say that from a TIP standpoint and a road pavement condition index, and MJ can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we have anything that is in that poor or failing state anymore. You may remember when we started this, we had assessed all those roads. We are out of that hole. So we are now at the point of improving those that are in the fair condition and really making the reinvestment to keep all of our roads in the top level of good quality. The last one that we have is for economic sustainability. This is kind of an interesting one because it's not in economic sustainability where we normally see projects in Eric's department. We're going to recognize Julie Adams, Scott Eilers, Richard Tank Arts, who I don't believe is with us, and our dear friend Dan Chesnica from Theater Winter Haven. If you all could come forward. This is for the acquisition of the Ritz Theater. So when we talk about economic impacts, as I've said many times, the whole effort to acquire the Ritz Theater, while it's a 100-year-old facility that we want to restore and rejuvenate, it's really about an economic engine for downtown Winter Haven. So we're grateful for the work that they did in helping us inspect that building, and Dan has taken the lead in a lot of the renovations and programming. I know you've been to a number of events, and you have another opportunity, as we said, this week. So we're grateful for that partnership. So that is our those are the team members that have completed or engaged in projects that we think are going to have a lasting impact towards our outcomes in those strategic pillars. Normally we give out all 6 of those awards. We have a 7th award that we want to provide this evening. And this one is our, I got to look and see, our legacy leadership. I forgot the name of it. I apologize. And we're presenting this one to you as the City Commission. So the Legacy Leadership Award is tied back to your adoption of the City of Winter Haven's first ever strategic plan that will carry us from fiscal year 25 through fiscal year 29, a significant accomplishment on behalf of you 5. You have set the bar for the commissions that will follow, and we're grateful for your leadership. So these plaques will remain on display in those various departments. On behalf of myself and our entire team, thank you for your leadership in allowing us to engage in this way. That concludes our presentations. As you make your way to the dais, I will do one. And this is not an agenda item, but it is very fitting for this evening. As you know, we have gone through a lengthy process over the past several months to fill a vacancy, a forthcoming vacancy in one of our most critical positions, and that is the fire chief for the city of Winter Haven. I'm happy to introduce to you in person this evening Chief Drew Newbrand. Chief Newbrand started with us last Monday. He is still here, so that's always great when they show up for the second week. He had a full head of hair when he got here. And I'd like to give Drew just an opportunity to introduce himself to you. I know you'll get to meet and spend a lot of time with him during what we expect will be a very long tenured career with us. But Drew, feel free.
Good evening, Mayor, City Commission. I'm excited and honored to kind of stand in front of you as your newly selected fire chief for this community. Over the past week, I have introduced myself probably about 1,000 times, so pardon my brevity with it. We'll get some opportunities over the upcoming weeks to sit and chat and talk. But I really wanted to explain that I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to lead the men and women of the fire department. We have a lot of great employees that I've met over the last week, and we're going to build a culture of excellence that is going to resonate across the city. It'll be visible. You'll see it, you'll feel it. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity that was presented for me. I look forward to working alongside each of you and all the department directors in the room so we can ensure that we build a strong and safe community for everybody. I live and I play in this community, and I'm really grateful to be able to add, to be able to serve at this level in here. So thank you guys for the opportunity. I look forward to it. And I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Drew. Mayor and Commissioners, as Chief Newbrand had said, you know, he lives and works in this community. It's great when he has a long tenured career with many other agencies, most recently with the city of Haines City, also with Reedy Creek and with Winter Park during his earlier years. He lives right here in Winter Haven proper and has for a number of years, despite working in some other communities. So whenever we hire somebody that already has the learning curve down, they know our community, they know the assets, they know the infrastructure, they know the various landmarks and locations, that is coming in with just a great opportunity ahead of him. So we're grateful for that. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. I see a group of representatives here from the Youth Football League. We don't have anything officially on the program, but because I gave a welcome last year, and I know that y'all won the Super Bowl, so they're here. I know I see Benita Miller back there. So would y'all just come forward and present so that we can recognize you?
Wow, look at all that trophies. It's a lot of hard work.
Good evening, Mayor and City Commissioners, residents of Winter Haven. We are the Winter Haven Wolverines Youth Sports League. The conference we play in is Mid-Florida Football and Cheerleading Conference, where we've been a member of that conference since 2002. We would like to come before you to present our coaches and the children and some of their accomplishments in year 2023 and 2024. For our football season 2023, head coach Deswar Black and his staff, along with the flag football team, won the Super Bowl. And our senior level was runner-up in the 2023 Super Bowl, which was held in Daytona Beach, Florida. We are football and cheer, so for 2023 cheer season, our cheer coordinator, Tamara Truman, and all 5 levels of coaches won first place with Mid-Florida Cheerleading competition in Kissimmee, Florida. Also, in the Spirit Championship competition, the junior level won the Best of the Bay Grand Champions, which was held in Tampa, Florida. In year 2024 cheer season, our cheer coordinator, Charlize Riley, and her staff completed the season with all levels winning the Mid-Florida cheer competition. They came in first place and was awarded grand champion in all levels in Ponciana on October 19, 2024. The ladies competed in the Spirit Championship, which was held at Polk State College on November 17th of 2024. The Baby Wolverines, first place and grand champions. Mighty Might Wolverines, second place. Elite Wolverines, first place and grand champions. Overall, the Wolverines won the most spirited group. Cheer continued. The cheer group attended a third competition on December 8th of 2024, Spirit Championship in Tampa, Florida, again winning first place and grand champs. '24 football season, all levels, flag, Mighty Mites, Pee-wees, juniors, and seniors advanced to the second round of the playoffs, which was held in Rockledge, Florida on November 2nd, 2024. Head coach Terrell Furlow, who's not with us tonight, and his staff and the flag team won Mid-Florida Super Bowl championship, and head coach Ted Sharp and the senior team won the Mid-Florida Super Bowl championship, which was held in New Smyrna Beach on November 11th of 2024. On December 7th through 14th, 2024, head coach Desiree Black and staff and the flag team attended United Youth Football League National Tournament. This tournament was held in Plant City. The flag team won the national championship title by defeating Texas 12-0. We are proud of our coaches and the children we serve in this community and their accomplishments. We wanted to share with the city of Winter Haven, who we represent at the Northeast Complex. We want to thank you, the city leadership, for giving us the opportunity to serve the youth in our community. Sincerely, our President, Bernita Rowley.
All right, we would like to have a picture with you all. Come on out.
And I would also add that 3 residents of Winter Haven serve on Mid-Florida Executive Board.
Not good. Looking good. We're more focused on helping the kids.
That's how we started this. Focus on education.
One, two, three. Give me one more. Awesome. Great job. Thank you. Thank you.
Dedicated people.
Mr. Mayor, if I could have a point of personal privilege, I'd like to ask the commission and the Leisure Services Department to find a way to put all them first place championships on the fence out there at the Wolverine football stadium. That'll be a good thing.
All right. Okay. We have no developments of notes. Commissioners, you have the minutes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
motion to approve 5 sets of minutes, minutes from November 12th, 2024, regular city commission meeting, November 20th, city commission agenda review session, November 25th, regular city commission meeting, December 4th, city commission agenda review, and December 9th, regular city commission meeting minutes as presented.
Thank you. I will now close the commission meeting, open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak to any of these minutes may do so at this time. Seeing none, close the public hearing. We open the city commission meeting. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye, opposed by the same sign. Hearing none, the minutes are adopted. We have no comments from the audience. We have no second readings. All right, we're now in the reorganization of the city commission. City Attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Commission. And as you know, the first meeting in January is when the City Commission does the reorganization of the meeting as set forth on the agenda. Right now, we have the election of the mayor for the City Commission for the upcoming year. And at this point, I will open the floor for nominations for mayor of the City of Winter Haven.
I nominate Nathaniel Birdsong Jr. for mayor, City of Winter Haven.
Very good. Hearing anything, are there any other nominations? All right, hearing none, I'll receive a motion to close nominations for mayor for the City of Winter Haven for 2025.
Motion to close.
Any other discussion? Any comments from the audience? Seeing none, all those in favor of closing the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Very good. Now, we have one nominee, Nathaniel J. Birdsong Jr. I'll entertain a motion to approve him as mayor for the City of Winter Haven for the year 2025. Is there a motion on that?
Yes. I make a motion for Nathaniel Birdsong Jr.
Very good. Are there any comments from the audience? Seeing none, any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Mayor, you are meeting. But I think before we do that, I do have the opportunity to do some swearing in for you,
Right.
if you'd like to do that.
Yes.
Who would like to do that? Right here in the well? Everyone can hear us?
Yes.
Very good. If you'll please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Nathaniel J. Birdsong Jr.,
I, Nathaniel J. Birdsong Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government
the Constitution and government
of the City of Winter Haven,
of Winter Haven,
the State of Florida,
the state of Florida,
and the United States of America.
and the United States of America.
That I am duly qualified
That I am duly qualified
to hold office
to hold office
under the Constitution of the state,
under the Constitution of the state,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of mayor
and I will faithfully perform the duties as mayor
of the City of Winter Haven,
of the City of Winter Haven,
on which I am now about to enter.
of which I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Very good. medallion, which is engraved with the names of a number of mayors over the years. And so it is my privilege and honor to put this on Mayor Nathaniel J. Birdsong Jr. Again, in recognition of the distinct honor of serving as mayor of the city of Winter Haven, Florida for the 2025 year. That the mayor will of course sign his oath and return it to the city clerk so that she can keep it on record. Mayor, do you have anyone that you wanted to take pictures with?
Oh, we want to do that now?
Well, you guys do that.
All right.
You're the mayor.
Got some people in the audience.
Oh,
Not just people, my family members.
Oh.
I have to use the stairs.
Even Jason.
One, two, three. We're gonna do one more. Awesome.
Right over here. 1, 2, 3.
Right over here.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Jojo. Jason. Is it Jojo?
Mr. Mayor, could you get a little picture with you?
I would just like to say to my commissioners, thank you for this extreme honor. I've been elected the mayor several times, and each time is a sobering experience for me, making me realize that it's not something that just happened. We work and we work together. And I appreciate you all having the trust in me to be your mayor. I will do my best to uphold the values, the principles, and the spirit of being mayor of the city of Winter Haven, representing you and our citizens to the best of my ability. I thank my family members, of which I didn't know were going to be here, that have come from far and near to be here tonight. And so I thank you all. And to my wife of over 55 years, who has been under the weather for the last 7 days. I appreciate her being here. Plus, she has a heavy heart because her sister passed away this weekend in Norwalk, Connecticut. And also to my 2 nieces who lost their father this past week. And so we've got 2 funerals that are going to take place in the next 2 weeks. And so I thank them for being here tonight, and love you all, and God bless you. God bless my commissioners, staff, and God bless the citizens of Winter Haven and these United States. Thank you. John, you may continue.
Thank you,
Oh, or do you want me?
Mr. Mayor, that's up to you. Certainly you can.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I combined a few items of business on the agenda, but we'll move right forward.
All right.
It is now my distinct honor to open the floor for nominations for the Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Winter Haven for the year 2025.
I nominate Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioner Brian Yates.
Very good. Any further nominations? If I don't hear any further nominations, I'll entertain a motion to close nominations for Mayor Pro Tem.
Motion to close.
Any discussion? Any comments from the audience? All those in favor of the motion to close nominations, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion to close nominations is closed. We now have on the floor the election of Mayor for Mayor Pro Tem for 2025, Commissioner Brian Yates. I'll entertain a motion to elect Commissioner Brian Yates as Mayor Pro Tem for the 2025 year. There's a motion made. Any discussion? Any comments from the public? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It is my distinct pleasure to say that Mayor Pro Tem is for 2025, Mayor Pro Tem Brian Yates. Very good. And it will be my pleasure to swear in the Mayor Pro Tem for the year 2025. If you please raise your hand and repeat after me. I will do it as slowly as I can. I, Brian Yates.
I, Brian Yates,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government
the Constitution and government
of the City of Winter Haven,
of the City of Winter Haven,
the State of Florida,
the State of Florida,
and the United States of America.
and the United States of America.
That I am duly qualified to hold office
That I am duly qualified to hold office
under the Constitution of the state,
under the Constitution of the state,
and that I will faithfully perform
and that I will faithfully perform
the duties of Mayor Pro Tem
the duties of Mayor Pro Tem
of the City of Winter Haven,
of the City of Winter Haven,
on which I am now about to enter.
of which I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Very good. Official.
Three, two, one. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you very much. And of course, Mayor Pro Tem will also execute his oath and file it with the city.
Would you like to make a few comments?
Mr. Mayor and Mayor Pro Tem, I have.
Hold on, John. I'm gonna allow him
Okay,
to
all
make
right,
some
very good.
comments.
I appreciate the nomination and appreciate the fellow commissioners and making it unanimous. You really don't ever miss a day, Mayor, so I don't anticipate moving out of this seat for the year. But I'm here if you need me. Thank you all.
All right, John.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Commission. It's now my distinct honor to be able to present plaques. Make sure I do this by the order of business. All right, Mr. Mayor, it is my honor now to present you with this plaque. And for the benefit of the audience, this plaque is presented to Nathaniel J. Birdsong Jr. in recognition of your dedicated service as mayor to the City of Winter Haven City Commission for 2024-2025. I'm presenting this to you today, this 13th day of January, 2025, in deep appreciation and recognition of your services as mayor for the last year. Thank you. And we can have Mayor Pro Tem Yates come forward, please. It is my distinct pleasure and honor to present you with a plaque, which is as follows. Presented to Brian Yates in recognition of your dedicated service as Mayor Pro Tem to the City of Winter Haven City Commission for 2024-2025. Presented this 13th day of January, 2025 for the last year. Thank you very much. Mr.
All right,
Mayor,
thank-
that concludes the ceremonial portions of our meeting.
All right, we're now down to the liaison reassignments. Commissioners, you've seen the assignment. Do we have any changes?
None.
Can we do it by unanimous consent? John?
A motion is fine if you like to do that.
Oh, we have to have a motion. I was
I
just
think it
saying.
would be helpful
All
for
right.
the record.
Entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
motion to approve the city commission liaison appointments as presented.
thank you. I will close the commission meeting, open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to address these appointments may do so at this time. Seeing none, close the public hearing, reopen the city commission meeting. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Hearing none. The alignment is adopted. All right, commissioners, we have the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
motion to approve the consent agenda as presented in its entirety.
thank you. I will close the commission meeting, open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak to the consent agenda may do so at this time. Seeing none, close the public hearing, reopen the city commission meeting. All those in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Hearing none, the consent agenda is adopted in its entirety. All right, we have resolutions. Our resolution R-2501, would you read by title only, the city attorney?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution R-25-01, a resolution approving that certain plat entitled Harmony on Lake Eloise Phase 4 for filing and acceptance of dedications in accordance with Chapter 177 Florida statutes with specific conditions, providing for the administrative correction of scrivener's errors and establishing an effective date. The general location, Harmony on Lake Eloise Phase 4, is generally located west of West Lake Eloise Drive, north of Harmony on Lake Eloise Phase 2 subdivision. Thank you.
Thank you, city manager.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Four Star USA Real Estate Group is requesting final plat approval for Harmony on Lake Eloise Phase 4. This is a 57.25 acre subdivision tract, which will contain 322 building lots and 12 common lots. All drainage conveyances and stormwater management areas within this area will be maintained by the CDD. A performance bond in the amount of $1,983,930.71 has been submitted to the city of Winter Haven to cover the cost of the remaining infrastructure items to be completed, which include earthwork, sanitary sewer, potable water, reuse water, stormwater management, paving, and engineering certification. Harmony on Lake Eloise Phase 4 was developed according to the requirements contained in PUD Ordinance 016-12. The subdivision meets the minimum requirements established by this ordinance. Additionally, the subdivision is consistent with the adopted neighborhood suburban future land use. Water service will be provided from the Winter Haven water system, and wastewater will be treated at wastewater treatment plant 3. Access to this subdivision is from Lake Eloise West Drive. The roadway has sufficient capacity to serve this subdivision upon build-out. This is an approval of a final subdivision plat and is not specifically defined as a goal or strategy in the strategic plan. However, it is generally aligned with the economic sustainability and responsible government pillars. Using an estimated taxable value of $300,000 per lot, this subdivision will have an estimated taxable value of $96.6 million and will generate approximately $637,000 per year in city ad valorem revenues at the current millage rate of 6.59. Staff recommends the City Commission approve Resolution R-25-01. Thank you.
Thank you, commissioners.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Motion to approve Resolution R-2501.
Thank you. I will now close the commission meeting, open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak to R-2501 may do so at this time. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing, reopen the city commission meeting. In the discussion, all those in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Hearing none. Resolution R-2501 is adopted. Resolution R-2502, would you read by title only, city attorney?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution R-25-02, a resolution approving that certain plat entitled Villamar Phase 7 for filing in accordance with Chapter 177 Florida statutes with specific conditions, providing for the correction of scrivener's errors and establishing an effective date. General location, subdivision is generally located north of Thompson Nursery Road realignment and south of Eloise Loop Road. Thank you.
Thank you, City Manager.
Mayor and City Commissioners, VMAR DEV LLC is requesting final plat approval for Villamar Phase 7. This is a 108.7 acre subdivision. Single-family residential subdivision contains 393 building lots and 7 common lots. Internal roadways will be dedicated to the Villamar Community Development District, or CDD. All water, reuse, and sewer utilities will be owned and maintained by the city, while all drainage conveyances, again, internal roadways and street lighting, will be maintained by the CDD. A performance bond in the amount of $391,435 has been submitted to the city to cover the cost of remaining infrastructure items to be completed. Those include earthwork, sanitary sewer, potable water, stormwater management, and engineering certification. Villamar Phase 7 was developed according to the requirements contained in PUD Ordinance 021-72. Additionally, the subdivision is consistent with the adopted neighborhood suburban future land use. Water service to this subdivision is from the Winter Haven Water System, and wastewater will be treated at Wastewater Treatment Plant 3. Access to the subdivision is from Cunningham Road and County Road 653, as well as the new Thompson Nursery Road alignment. Again, this is a approval of a final subdivision plat and not specifically defined as a goal or strategy within the strategic plan. However, it is generally aligned with the economic sustainability and responsible government pillars. Using an estimated taxable value of $300,000 per lot, this subdivision will have an estimated taxable value of $117.9 million and will generate approximately $777,000 per year in city ad valorem revenues at the current millage rate of 6.59. Staff recommends City Commission approve Resolution R25-02. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
motion to approve resolution R2502.
Thank you. I will close the commission meeting, open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak to R2502 may do so at this time. Seeing none, close the public hearing, reopen the city commission meeting. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Hearing none, R2502 is adopted. R2505, would you read by title only, City Attorney?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A resolution R-25-05, a resolution approving that certain plat entitled Intermodal Corporate Park Phase 3 for filing in accordance with Chapter 177 Florida statutes with specific conditions, providing for the administrative correction of scrivener's errors and providing for an effective date. General location, subdivision is generally located at the southeast corner of Logistics Parkway and Intermodal Drive. Thank you.
Thank you, City Manager.
Mayor and Commissioners, WIP 6 QOZB LLC is requesting final plat approval for Intermodal Corporate Park Phase 3. This is a 56.96 acre tract, again, generally located at the southeast corner of Logistics Parkway and Intermodal Drive. The plat is a commercial plat that contains 1 building lot and 2 tracts. All proposed lots currently consist of undeveloped lands. There will be no dedications to the city as a part of this plat. Water service to the subdivision is from the Winter Haven Water System, and wastewater will be treated at Wastewater Treatment Plant 3. There's adequate capacity in these systems to serve the subdivision. Access to the subdivision is from Logistics Parkway and Intermodal Drive. There is sufficient capacity on Logistics Parkway to accommodate future development in the subdivision. Again, this is generally aligned with our economic sustainability and responsible government pillars. Approval of the plat will not directly impact current revenues from this property. However, additional ad valorem and utility revenues will be realized upon development of the vacant lot. Staff's recommending approval of Resolution R25-05. We do have representatives here in case you have any questions for them. Mr. Campbell is the attorney representing this. Mr. Jim Ford is associated with the property. Both are here. I will tell you that this is also aligned with a Florida Commerce grant that we have just received authorization from the commission to apply for to create a rail spur that will come off of the existing lines to the east of this property. We did receive word that that grant is in review at this point with Florida Commerce. So we're anticipating hopefully hearing something back from them in the not too distant future. So we recommend approval again of Resolution R25-05. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
motion to approve resolution R2505.
Thank you. I will close the commission meeting, open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak to 2505 may do so at this time. Seeing none, close the public hearing, reopen the commission meeting. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Hearing none. R 2505 is adopted. We have one ordinance first reading. We will not be voting tonight. The second reading will be on January 27th. Ordinance O 2504, which read by title only, city attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Ordinance number O-25-04, an ordinance extending the corporate limits of the city of Winter Haven, Florida, so as to include therein additional territory lying contiguous and adjacent to the present boundaries of the city of Winter Haven, Florida, describing said additional territory, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, providing for the administrative correction of scrivener's errors, and providing an effective date. General location: 4 parcels, generally located approximately 1,218 feet north of Old Bartow Lake Wales Road, east of McLean Road, and approximately 1,333 feet west of Gary Street. The area covered by this request is 93.45 plus or minus acres. Thank you.
Thank you. City Manager.
Mayor and Commissioners, Gain Inc. requests the commission annex 4 parcels totaling 93.45 plus or minus acres at the location described by the city attorney. Petitioner seeking annexation for the purpose of obtaining city utilities for the future development of this site. Current taxable value of the subject property is approximately $11,483. Based on the city's current tax millage rate of 6.59 mils, expected annual tax revenue will be just over $75 per year. However, additional revenue is to be expected upon development of the property. Again, this is one of those that is not specifically laid out within our strategic plan, but does align with our responsible government strategic pillar. Staff recommends the City Commission move Ordinance O-25-04 forward for second reading. Thank you.
Thank you. As I stated, the second reading will be on January 27th. However, if there's anyone that would like to comment, question, or have any answers on this particular ordinance, I will entertain that at this time. Commissioners? Anyone from the public? All right, moving right along. All right, we have no new business. The next, we have the Commissioner liaison reports, but what I'd like to do is the procurement manual amendment number 2. I'd like to have that come forth at this time.
Certainly. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bless you.
Bless you.
So Winter Haven Ordinance O-22-25 was adopted July 11th of 2022, and it established the first revision of the city's procurement manual since its original passage in 2012. With this revision, further edits and amendments may be made administratively and provided to the City Commission for information within 60 days of the effective date, and shall also be filed with the city clerk. This amendment number 2 included the following items. With respect to the city's related party disclosure form, this is a form that would be completed by employees upon their entry into our workforce, and then again every year. That became a little unnecessary, as there were not changes that needed to be, that would necessitate that form done every year. So that language was deleted, and what has been added is that that form will be completed upon being hired and thereafter upon accepting a position of influence or purchasing authority. So we'll get that when employees start with us, and if they have a change that would need to be noted on that, they will be filed at that time. And if they take on a position of purchasing authority, we will capture that at that time as well. The second item is under asset control procedures. So we have a very well laid out policy within the procurement manual that speaks to how the city donates property that is no longer needed. Whether that's a piece of equipment or a vehicle that is no longer needed within our fleet. We did not have a policy that allowed us to accept donations from the outside coming in. We did have a group at, I believe it was at Lake Ashton. I keep losing my thought on that one. So at Lake Ashton, that they had purchased some very nice outdoor fountains for use within their community that they did not need. These were brand new items, and they wanted to donate those to the city of Winter Haven. So we did not have a policy for that. We created one, and so that has been added to the procurement manual at this time. So these changes are noted as such, and you have a copy of the red line version of the procurement manual. We are providing these as delineated. These were approved at my level on December 9th, 2024, and they are respectfully submitted here for the City Commission's information. And I'll be happy to answer any questions. I think I saw Bethany Owen was with us, our procurement officer as well, if you have any questions for her.
Okay, Commissioners, any questions?
And that
All
does
right.
not require a motion of any sort.
Okay, moving right along. Commission liaison reports, Commissioner Dassler.
Okay, a lot of time has passed since our last meeting, but I'll go quick. Recently, we had our Arts, Culture, and Heritage meeting at the Ritz Theater. We're now going to go take our show on the road and have our meetings in various places around the county. Dan Cheswick was there and put on a good show, and next meeting, I think, is going to be in Bartow somewhere. Also went to Leadership Polk County and actually gave greetings because, Mayor Pro Tem, you're wrong. He actually wasn't at that meeting. But Leadership Polk County, I think it was class 14. So they keep marching right along. So Winter Haven, of course, at the ribbon cutting, I'll let the mayor talk about that in a little while. What a happy day that was for us to go out there and cut the ribbon for the Winter Haven Rec and Cultural Center. Very proud to be out there, and good turnout by the crowd. I had a good audience, and that's just a good thing that we're doing there. Also attended the menorah lighting. I think we were all there for that. Also had an FMIT meeting. This is the Florida Municipal Insurance Trust over in Tampa, and I really do enjoy those meetings, and had dinner with the mayor of Longboat Key and some others, and they were all lamenting the price of insurance and hurricanes and this and that. And the mayor of Longboat Key, who is going to be the next upcoming president of the Florida League, actually, she said this is the first time in the history of Longboat Key that they have a net migration out of Longboat Key. And then the mayor of Cape Coral was there and said, same thing's happening to us. We have more people leaving than coming in. And it's a combination of things, but a lot of it has to do with the affordability and insurance, and people are just sick of the hurricanes, but finally people are starting to move out more than come in. And also they told us that in Longboat Key, 80% of the houses there are owned by investors and not by individuals, rentals and that kind of stuff. So those are just some interesting numbers that we had. Going way back, Main Street Winter Haven had their Christmas party at Maritime. We haven't talked about that. That was a good time. And of course, Silver Properties had their party at their Christmas party at the Dairy Down. And last but not least, I want to say congratulations to Mayor Birdsong. Once again, you're going to do a great job. I know your family's proud. I'm proud. The city's proud. Everybody's proud of the job you're doing, and congrats. Look forward to a really good year. And same thing with you, Brian, with Mayor Pro Tem. Congratulations. You guys are doing a good job, and keep it up, and keep representing us well as you go about your business. And thank you for your willing to serve. So keep it up. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Commissioner Dollison.
A lot of the same activities I was able to attend that Commissioner had shared tonight. And it's my first opportunity to be at the lighting of the menorah. That was really interesting. Really enjoyed that. Very festive, just a warm, wonderful event, and learned something there that night as well. Also want to congratulate Mayor Birdsong again for your service, meritorious service for many years, and also to Pro Tem Brian Yates for your outstanding service as well. It was exciting to be a part of the not ribbon cutting, but the groundbreaking for the new Recreational Cultural Center. Just being able to stand there and kind of see kind of the outline of what is going to be, I think it's going to be an amazing asset to our community that we will certainly enjoy and be very proud of for many, many years to come. It was exciting here tonight to see the Wolverines, and many know in the community that goes back very deep in the culture and our history. A lot of a lot of people were very proud of being marching Wolverines and part of that Wolverine history. And also was able to share today, Ruby Tuesday opened again, had a reopening, and it was quite exciting. They redone the place entirely inside, and very nice, including the bathrooms and all that. I did take time to partake of the salad bar. Enjoyed that, and was able to get on with my day. I do want to welcome our new fire chief. We're excited about you coming aboard. Look forward to working with you and meeting you and getting to know you. And certainly our thoughts and prayers to all those in Southern California. Watching that is just something that it seems almost unbelievable that something so horrific has happened, and the tragedy and the loss of life, and that has really impacted that area, I think, like never before. And so I know that's it's going to come back stronger and better. But also, I think it reminds us too that we're living in such changing times, and heard reports about even redoubling our efforts even in Florida, because we too suffer sometimes those issues of fire and having necessary resources and whatever that is needed. However, even in this case, we recognize that this was something that I believe that was well beyond man's capability to sometimes handle and manage. So we always have to recognize that there is a greater power that is in control of all things. So our prayers again to all those who have been impacted, and for those responders, first responders, you got to be exceptionally proud of each and every one of them for the work that they've done, and all those officials who have to step up and do the hard work. Thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, can I want just a quick explanation to my commissioners. At the agenda review session, y'all saw me, I was quite, I had other things in my mind. My son lives in LA, and he's in the middle of all those fires. And he and I were talking that very night about his escape plan and what to put in his go bag. And he called me in the middle of the meeting, so I had to step out and talk to him. And then he called back. So actually, I left my iPad here and everything. So that's what happened. I didn't want y'all to think I was dishing you or anything, but I was in the middle of the whole fire thing, 3,000 miles away with my youngest boy, who's right out there living in it now. So that's what happened.
Did he suffer any damages or anything?
Huh?
Did he suffer any damages?
Now, he's in an apartment, but if they get evacuated, he's got to figure out where to go.
Oh.
He don't have any people out there, so you got to figure out where to send him.
Commissioner Mercer.
All right. I want to say welcome to the new fire chief. I'm sure we'll meet again. Also, congratulations to the mayor and the mayor pro tem. Wanted to thank the Recreation Department, Leisure Services, for all the Christmas events. I attended a lot of them. It's been a long time ago, so I've forgotten some of the names of them, but anyway. And I also did the Rec and Culture Center, and I did the menorah lighting, and a few other things. So I'm not going to go through the whole list again, but when Mrs. Perez mentioned the FBA, struck a note. I used to compete in those events in FBA, Futures Business Leaders. And I was pretty good in winning in our district competitions, but when we got to the state, it's a little bit more difficult. And I did place twice in the state for Mrs. Future Business Executive. So, yeah, it's
Congratulations.
yeah, that's a long time ago. So, long time ago. I represented the South Florida Community College, Avon Park.
All right. That's it?
That's it.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Good evening. Well, again, appreciate the vote of confidence as Mayor Pro Tem, and also congratulations, Mayor. Not a lot I can mention that hasn't already been mentioned up here. So I'm going to give you my wish list for 2025. Why not, right? And these three things I've talked about before, but I really want to take them to the next level and try to really get some balls rolling on these three items specifically, amongst everything else for 2025. But one thing that we haven't talked about lately, and the statewide initiative failed. But that is a local clean air ordinance for our public parks and city spaces. That's something I think that we need to be proactive on as a city and need to be taking the steps there.
And that is being drafted, Mayor Pro Tem Yates. Julie Adams, who serves as the president of the Florida Recreation and Park Association, has acquired sample documents from other cities and is working with city attorney's office. And we hope to be bringing something to you for consideration very soon.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Second thing was an item that I mentioned at the agenda review last week, but that is the school bus landing pads. Definitely want to try to get that as something for all future developments, to require them to have that school bus landing pad space. And then last, and something that I've mentioned many times up here, and I just want to see those developers agreements come forth with teeth. Anytime we attach some affordability to the developers agreements, just want to make sure that those folks are held accountable when they're receiving taxpayer funds to go towards their development. So those three things are I got a long list, but those three are at the top of the list for 2025.
We will do everything possible to deliver on those, certainly.
Thank you.
That's it. All right, welcome, Drew. We're glad to have you. Great job, T, in your selection process.
Thank you, sir. Team effort.
I had several things that have already been mentioned, but there are a couple that I would like to, one in particular, the ribbon cutting at the Northeast Cultural Center. I've been up here over 20 plus years, and I have to say that I know personally, firsthand, that we've been talking about that Northeast Cultural Center for at least 10 years, longer than that. And it went from one thing to the other, but I have to say, I am extremely, extremely, extremely happy and satisfied that our staff this time was able to put together a plan that would give the impact and do the job that we needed to have done. And so I just wanted to publicly thank you. I've known the staff for the last 20 years. So my hats are off to you all because you brought it across the goal line. I think y'all can understand that. Y'all scored the touchdown. So I wanted to just highlight that. There were several other things, the TPO disadvantage, leadership polk, the Menorah Light, Central Florida Regional Planning Council, the FRICA Council. One thing about the FRICA, I just want to explain that to you. The Central Florida Regional Planning Council, there are like over 10 of those in the state. The state is divided up into regional planning councils. Each regional planning council has 3 representatives that sits on a state planning association. And I represent the Central Florida Regional Planning Council. Now, that association is just an association. An association has no real governmental or nonprofit or for-profit standing. This year, they've decided that they're going to incorporate the FRICA organization into a 501c4 nonprofit. And so we voted on that at the meeting that was held this past Friday in Tallahassee. And so I think that's a major thing. Attended the Ruby Tuesday repurposing, the renovations. It looks beautiful. And so I'm very pleased about that. And so I have a lot of other things, but they've already been mentioned and they have happened. And so we're going to move on. Thank you. City Attorney.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor Commission. Congratulations to the mayor, Mayor Pro Tem. Also welcome to the Chief of Fire Chief. It's great for him to be here. I met last week and he's, like we said, he's still here. That's great. I look forward to a long tenure. Nothing else this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And again, congratulations to both you and Mayor Pro Tem Yates for the support of your fellow commissioners and the roles that you hold. With Chief Newbrand coming on board, obviously that means that Chief Emery is getting closer to his retirement. We will celebrate his retirement at the end of this month, and I believe that is on your calendar. So if you have an opportunity to stop by and say thank you to Chief Emery, he has certainly done an outstanding job for us and keeping our community safe in all the different roles he served with us. We will have a swearing in and oath of office ceremony for Chief Newbrand. I believe the date of that is February 4th, and that should be on your calendars. That will be a public event that we hold. You've been to those that we've done during your time here, so we look forward to celebrating his swearing in at that time. I believe that's all I have for this evening. Looking forward to seeing a lot of you at the events this week to commemorate MLK.
Yes, thank you. Deputy City Manager.
Just a congratulations, Mayor Birdsong and Mayor Pro Tem Yates. That's it for tonight. Thank you.
City Clerk.
I echo everyone's comments. Congratulations.
Deputy City Clerk back there. Nothing this evening? All right, so we're down to the end.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, can I do one point of
Yes,
that I wanted to make? I mentioned this earlier and I forgot to make a note of it, but I do want to just take a personal point here and recognize Brandon with our finance department. Brandon, can you stand up for us? So what he did this past week is pretty amazing. Brandon handles all of our grant compliance and management for the city. So he's got a pretty heavy job with the city and we are going after more and more grants, but he did compete this past week. He got up Thursday morning and went to Disney and ran a 5K before most of us were out of bed. And then he showed up here at work and he went back on Friday and ran a 10K. And didn't come back that day. But the next morning he got up and ran a half marathon. And if that wasn't enough, on Sunday he ran a full marathon. And at 8 o'clock this morning, he was right back here at work. And that is a tremendous accomplishment. It's a great testament to what we're trying to inspire all of our employees to do about being healthy and living healthy lifestyles. And I just want to congratulate him on such an outstanding accomplishment.
I just want to know if you are training for the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Don't expect that from us.
Bring that one up. All right. That was bad. Emergency ballot is not received for the agenda. A motion to adjourn. We stand adjourned.